Yo, listen up, it's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hard way wrestling coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down the gauntlet, making them mark. Hard way wrestling straight from the heart.
Live on Facebook.
Welcome to Hard Way Wrestling. It is, what is today? It is Throwdown Thursday. That is right. It is Throwdown Thursday. So I'm going to tell you, I've been on this computer for the last 6 hours. Filling with shit, trying to get us on TikTok. I'm working on that right now. Fixed our Twitter problem. Twitter wasn't streaming for some reason. Damien fixed that link. So honestly, I don't know where we're at, where we're live. Couldn't tell you.
The key to fall off is a fucking wizard.
He is. Gang, gang. Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up? Austin will be here shortly. Right now, he is en route. I don't know where he's at. I guess he's coming from his real job. So anyway, what's up, boys?
Not too much.
Not much of me.
Are you guys all caught up on your on your wrestling?
Oh yeah.
All right. So I watched it when we'll get to it later on once Austin gets here, but I watched Dynamite last night and the motherfucker cut off.
Because it was a 3 hour, it was Dynamite and Rampage.
I did not realize that, did not change it. What's up, Giles Gems? He's in the house
Already? Jesus.
What's up, Giles?
Oh, that's right. Maybe he's on the same school schedule as we are up here, and it's a midterm 2 hour early dismissal.
Oh, got you. You on a 2 hour early? I figured, looking at this kid's face, he's definitely homeschooled, right?
Possibly.
Just
he called you daddy.
Like 10 minutes later than expected. Did you tell the fucking cop, listen, pig, I'm trying to get to hard way wrestling.
Jeez.
Damn, Austin. Oh.
Well, hey, he'll have a good story for us when he gets here.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that he was going, Granny was going 12 miles over the speed limit. Giles is private school.
Austin probably got frisked.
Yeah, I guarantee you he asked for a full body cavity search.
Oh,
that's for sure. No glove, sir. No glove. No glove. All right, boys. Well, we'll get to Dynamite here in a little bit. You guys can fill me in. I was at the part where I got cut off where Kenny talked about having a colostomy bag, and then it went off, and I was like, "Don't leave me hanging with your shit bag story." Change your names to Hard Day Wrestling.
Do you think Vince, as he gets older, if he has any kind of medical issues, will want a colostomy bag because he wants all that shit?
Easier to dump it, I guess. First off, Vince McMahon is a genetic jackhammer. He doesn't have health issues. Health issues has him.
There was a picture of him walking with a cane that posted yesterday.
I saw that. I've seen that before because he was with the Undertaker, right?
Yeah, he was walking out with Taker somewhere.
Oh,
he was pre-ordering his funeral service.
He was. They did look like they were at a funeral service. Vince McMahon is about 300 wrestlers light right now, so he's walking a little different. So you're going to WWE on May 12th live. Very good, very good.
No joke.
I said, "Do you know who I am?" And he said, "No." Then I gave him an Austin Blackthorn auto. Turns out that it was for my ticket. Oh shit! All right, well that's gonna be interesting. Anyway, let's get into a little bit here, boys. I fixed the draft.
Okay,
it has been the talk of the town, all over wrestling media, X. You name it, they're talking about how terrible the draft was. We were the first one to talk about it. We were the first one to talk about it on Tuesday. How fucking terrible it was and boring. I fixed it.
Yeah.
So I talked about the other day about only drafting guys that are new to the company and we're bringing up from NXT, like surprises, that kind of stuff. Because honestly, the Royal Rumble and these guys coming back to, WrestleMania, I think that stuff's kind of run its course. They have a lot of talent right now. They don't need to do that, right? So here's what an ugly ass cat. Oh wow, Giles, that's a good
Mr.
way.
Puffers would eat you,
He
little
would,
child.
yeah, he will destroy you, sir. Here's what we do. We don't draft every fucking wrestler, right? You have 20 top 1 draft picks, right? Top tier draft picks, 20 guys. Your Seth Rollins, your Rhea Ripley's, your Roman Reigns, you name it. Would we put AJ Styles in there? Would you put AJ Styles as your top tier guy? Cody Rhodes, right? Those guys, all those
champions.
Nia Jax. I was
Your
seeing Scotty
champions?
was paying attention.
Yeah.
All your champions, right? Hey, what's up, Lacey? So you put those all in your top 20. When you draft them, the first time you draft them, they're drafted to a 2 or 3 year deal. Those guys are on Raw or SmackDown for 3 years. Unable to be drafted. Can be traded. Unable to be drafted. Then your second tier guys, say your first tier is your 3 year. Your second tier guys, every 2 years. So your second tier guys are like, let's say I'm gonna put Sami Zayn in the second tier. Your Chad Gables, your Liv Morgans, your second tier. Those
mid card.
Your mid card. Who's the mid card? Give me a mid card, Scotty.
I mean, I would like taking the woman out of the equation. I wouldn't put Liv Morgan in mid card. She's low card to me, but
okay. Right now she's mid card. Right now she's mid card. But yes, okay, low card, right? It all depends on what you draft her to, though, right? So I'll get to that portion of it. So then you take your third tier guys that are drafted. They got a 1 year deal. 1 year deal. Okay. Your Miz's, your Bronson Reeds, your Ricochets, R-Truth, those guys, third tier. They got a 1 year deal for SmackDown or NXT even, right? NXT or Raw, right? So
what tier is Tozawa?
Tozawa is do they have a maintenance guy for this tier group?
He's the janitor.
Did you see that bump he took on Monday where he landed on the floor? Miz kicked him and just did a front flip.
He's first tier catering table.
He absolutely. We can actually add that in. You get your 30 days at the catering table before you get released. So every 3 years you draft the Codys, you draft the Romans. So next year when they do this draft, those people aren't eligible. That leaves room for whoever's available. So say Cody Rhodes not available because he just got drafted. He's got 3 years on SmackDown or on Raw. But Drew McIntyre, this was his last year on SmackDown. He is eligible for the draft, whether he goes back to Raw or back to SmackDown or wherever they send him. They decide whether they want to draft him for 3. They want a 3 year, which would make him a first tier pick. If they want to draft him for 2 years, that would make him a second year, or a third tier, which would make him a 1 year. Say they were like, okay, we want Drew for 1 year. We're going to draft him to Raw. Then he'll be eligible the following year for the draft, right? So that first off, that saves you time. You don't have 60 people being drafted, 30 live, 30 off camera where nobody ever fucking knows about till you hear
check in the Twitter,
later, right? So what do we think? What do we think of that? What do we think of that idea? It saves a ton of time, right? The draft, two fucking days of the draft. I mean, you can still do 2 days of the draft, but you don't have to. It doesn't have to dominate everything you do for 2 days. Raw, SmackDown, it pretty much dominated it, right?
Yeah.
I want to see Tony Khan on a screen with the War Room and whoever the jabroni is in charge of TNA in another screen. And Tony Khan makes a trade with WWE to get Roman Reigns for a pound of Coke and a number 7 on the McDonald's value meal.
Double cheeseburger, you can keep the Coke, bro. Eat the Coke, give me that double cheeseburger. Yeah, Austin just says 5 to 3 year tier. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. If a guy gets injured, you have the right, or if he's yours, you have the right to put him back in the draft if he's injured.
Yeah.
Release him.
Or release him. They all become free agents, just like the NFL draft.
I like it.
If your 3-year deal is up, buddy. You can either be you can either be drafted or you can sign ahead of time to another organization, Raw or SmackDown or NXT, depending who gives you the better contract. Or if you're one of those guys that are like, well, I'm only going to sign for 1 year here, and I'm going to test the market and try to get a 3 to 5 year deal at another organization. What do you think?
I like it. I think that's a great way to do it. 5, like your way, 3, 2, or 1, or even what Austin said, 5, 3, and 1. Either way works, and I like the idea. Now let's play a little more. Let's play a little more with this, because I get what you're saying, Jason, about how you don't like the surprises. Surprise people coming in has kind of gotten a little old, a little stale. Let's play around with this. Let's play around with a name. Let's play around with MJF for a sec. All right. So the draft usually happens right after WrestleMania, correct? It's usually the time frame every year.
Yep.
All right. Here's what I'm thinking. All right. We have it exactly the way you're saying, but we have a free agency setup, a free agency roster where a guy can show up. Like, let's say, guy's contract is finished at AEW, MJF, for example. He disappears for a while off the radar and then debuts at a WrestleMania or maybe even a Royal Rumble. Give him some time to build himself up, but he wrestles as a free agent. He's not signed to Raw. He's not signed to SmackDown, but it gives him, like, you can use it as a story device to be able to say, okay, this guy
he's independent. He's
independent. Yeah. So you can build it. I still think the surprise debuts work, but I think they would work even better in that aspect of, and again, don't do it like by SummerSlam where you have to wait all the way till the end, but like Royal Rumble or like, a month before Mania where somebody miraculously debuts as a free agent. And then by the time they get to, the draft, now they have to either make their decision of like, let's say like
turns into a bidding war. So I think there's a lot of room to play with that. And it's a great thing, because then if they decide to enter the draft, if they decide, you know what, I want somebody to choose me. So then there's so much wiggle room and so much play you can do with that free agency stuff, where it just makes it for more. And again, and like you said, somebody whose deal is up, they go into that free agency category. So now it makes it more appealing for them to, again, put their time out or put their name out there to whoever might want them, because there are guys who might like, if you play around with it, kind of like in a Baron Corbin situation. Baron Corbin kind of ran his time on Raw and SmackDown, but he sees, the group, like he sees a challenge in NXT. Hey, you know what? I'm a free agent. I'm going to go down to NXT, see what I can get down that way. That kind, like it. I think it's a great idea, but I think there's also that room to play with it, with surprises coming in certain periods and certain points that make it even more appealing to do the draft the way you're talking about.
Yeah, because honestly, do you want to sit here and wait for Natty's name to be called, or Ivar's name to be called? I mean, we don't care about. We don't care about that kind of stuff. Like, that doesn't need to be. Ivar's on a 1-year deal. That's the only bad part about it. Ivar is going to be on a 1-year deal most of the time. I do like the independent aspect of it. Maybe he's a floater. He's in the independent pool. They could line this up with contracts. Like Drew McIntyre's contract just got signed the day of his draft.
Yeah.
Right? That could be a big announcement. Drew McIntyre signed for, they don't have to give their they signed him for 3 or 5 years, but they could say we signed Drew McIntyre and blah blah blah, give out his contract information or whatever the day of. I mean, it makes it a little bit more interesting. Now, when it comes to bringing in new people, a lot of times you're not bringing in new people. Like CM Punk came at the end of last year, and I get all that. And it's going to be hard to sign guys in October and hold them till the draft. But honestly, I mean, how awesome would that have been if Raw would have said for our first pick or our 13th pick or 12th pick or whatever in the Raw draft, we draft. I mean, how fucking awesome would that have been?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it makes some of these moments too with these new people coming into the company.
Well, and the one draft that
it would also help ratings too, because if there's going to be surprises like this, you're definitely going to want to tune in to see who from another organization showing up and getting drafted.
Yeah.
You could also say, I have the 5th pick, right? And there's nobody at the 5th pick. I know someone's coming, but I'm gonna save that.
Hey.
I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that 5th. Austin, hey, what's up, buddy?
Yep.
I'm gonna save that 5th pick for someone who's coming in May, and then they announced their 5th pick, the 5th pick that was traded for. I mean, whoever.
Yeah.
Right? Whoever, MJF, whoever you want to bring in.
Yeah.
Isaiah Cassidy.
Well, not sure about that one, but
anyway, that's how I would fix a draft.
Yeah. Like, so the one thing that I remember that was very interesting, like when they kind of first started really making the draft something different is when they switched the champions. Like, for example, it was when John Cena had been on SmackDown for God knows how long, and they drafted him over to Raw with the belt. So, and then Edge had gotten drafted over, because Edge was the champion on Raw, got drafted over to SmackDown. And it was like...
It's essentially trading your champions.
Yes.
Because you're not going to keep both world champions on one show.
Say again?
I said because you're not keeping both world champions on one show. It would make no sense.
But I remember like the crowd going nuts when Cena comes out. Because again, Cena had always been on SmackDown. So, and again, it's that kind of thing. Like, and that's why the 3 to 5 year deal idea makes a lot of sense. Because, if you're on SmackDown and you're on SmackDown for 5 years, and you're making a difference on SmackDown in those 5 years, and people still go out of their way to watch SmackDown because they want to see you, but then all those other people on Raw, who also watch Raw, they don't get to see all that. When they get to see you come to Raw, it's like if Raw is the one of the main shows they've watched religiously for a long time, even though they go out of their way to see SmackDown, it's like, great, even more incentive to watch Raw because, this guy has been moved over after 5 years of being on SmackDown. And let's see what he can do on the Raw side of things. So I think that definitely has a lot of potential. So now the next question is, who do we contact in WWE to pitch this damn thing?
Hey, listen, they can steal it. They can steal it all day long. Just make sure that they say Hardway Wrestling came out.
Yeah, you got to plug Hardway every time you do the draft.
The Hardway draft. I like it. I think it makes it a lot more interesting. Honestly,
I like it as long as you limit the picks. Like I put in the chat earlier, I think you do 5 tier 3, 10 tier 2, and then 5 tier 1. 10 picks across both shows Monday and Friday. I think that's how you do it. So both shows have 10 picks on Monday, and then both shows have 10 picks on Friday. It's the perfect. So that way you're not sitting there and you're not drafting for fucking ever. You do.
Yeah, no, I think that at the end of the day, I think that was more my thing was, let's save some time. It's just way too much.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, it's just way too much.
Yeah.
Yep. You can do
like each round was like 4 picks.
Yeah, right. And when you do when there's an NFL draft, someone's on the clock, right? So and so is on the clock. They're not picking. They don't. I don't think you should. I mean, I guess that's the faster way to do it. Is to do. I think they should do every other pick, and I don't think the other company or the other brand should tell the other brand what they're picking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that would make it more interesting if Devon came out and said, "We're taking Seth Rollins," and Bubba's like, "You motherfucker! You looked at my paper.
Damn.
Damn. Delgado fan dango. Damn." Anyway, we're gonna move on. Austin, you want to tell us real quick about your speeding ticket? Or were you good? Don't go too slow.
I got a warning. It's all good. We're all good. Shout out the sheriff's office. Officer McCoy was cool.
So you used lube for the cavity search.
Yeah, he told me to spread them. I said okay, and I just
You goddamn right you did.
hey man, if it's gonna get me out of the ticket,
If you were Owen, you'd have definitely got one.
probably.
He said, "Is that a gun in your pocket?" I'm like, "Dick."
And then he would pat it and be like, "That's your dick." Yeah, that video.
That's a fucking great video. He goes, "Oh, we got down here." He goes, "That's my dick." I was like, "Oh shit!"
And then he like touches it again. He's like, "Yep, that's your penis."
Yeah, that's your penis. He went, yeah, but that time was a lower. That was like an up and down. Is Goldberg an asshole?
No,
That
You
whole
don't think Goldberg's
fucking
an asshole?
whole story's crazy.
I love it.
I've never been a fan of Goldberg.
So recently, Goldberg was on a podcast or whatever, and he said that Tony Khan reached out to him and wanted him to come in and do some work for him. And Goldberg basically said, "You guys are a clown show, and your wrestling is cheesy. I would never come work for you." So I heard this last week, and I was like, "Whatever, it's just Goldberg," because Goldberg is taking a lot of shots to the head, and he's just spouting off.
Yeah.
He also was pissed off. We didn't ever talk about this, but he was pissed off that Asuka broke his streak. Some woman named Asuka, like he didn't know who the fuck she was.
Yeah. I mean, it is the women's division, so I mean,
Fucking Asuka too. She's a legend. Like she wasn't just a legend in the WWE. She was a legend in New Japan, right? That's why she ended up over here. She fared a lot better than
Shinsuke.
Shit stain. But anyway, Tony came out recently on a podcast and said, well, I had a lot of talks with Goldberg. We talked about Goldberg coming in, and he was all about it. We just never made it happen, never worked out logistically. He said, I have a lot of respect for Goldberg, but didn't realize he felt that way. So basically, Goldberg is like begging for a fucking job. That's what I took from Tony's comments. Did you guys see these?
Well, that and Goldberg said at one point that he felt like he got stiffed by WWE and never got to have his retirement match either.
No, he did have his retirement match. He just was concussed and didn't fucking remember it.
That is true.
and fuck Goldberg for taking that title off of
The Fiend.
Off of the Fiend, which honestly no one talks about. It never happened, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of Goldberg.
So Goldberg was cool whenever he first came in, and then nobody gave a shit afterwards because it was the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah, I didn't even really like him when he came in.
Well, they threw him into the ring. He wasn't really trained. Like he was.
And that's why I hate whenever these like quote unquote monsters go on these runs. Like whenever Braun Strowman comes back and he like for the umpteenth time he comes back and he goes on this run where he's undefeated for like a month and a half and then jobs out to fucking Ricochet for no fucking reason. It's like the same shit. It feels like just Goldberg all over again. Except for Goldberg didn't job out until he did.
Right.
Until Scott Hall tasered him to death. Or he speared a turnbuckle and split his face open.
We have, I don't know if you caught it or not, but we have, no, actually you didn't catch it because it was before we got on the stream. Scotty has a new nickname.
Okay.
Scotty, you want to tell Mr. Blackthorn what your new nickname is?
It's not my nickname.
It is now.
Yeah.
It is. We were talking about the draft, and Giles, cover your ears, please. Earmuffs for this one.
Giles
I
is doing
said
his
the only
homework.
thing that would make the draft better is ass and titties. And I was like, Raw drafts in their first round.
Nikita Lyons.
Nikita Lyons, a.k.a. Yam Yam Bigelow.
So that is Scotty's new nickname, and
Chill out, Yam Yam.
I will be having shirts made with Scotty's face on it.
Oh, good God.
Which says Yam Yam Bigelow.
You gotta literally put her on like a can of yams.
Not a fucking chance, bro. It's happening.
His fucking, you gotta put the Eye of Scotty on it with like the fucking on a can of yams.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yam Yam Bigelow.
It's happening.
Oh,
What's up,
God.
brother? Special teams, special plays.
Thursday.
Yam Yam. Yeah, Thursday. Yam Yam Bigelow. Sorry for cussing. Anyway, yeah, that's our that's our new nickname.
I like it.
Anyway, do we give a shit about Goldberg anymore?
Nope.
I mean, he tried to kill the Fiend. He tried to kill the Undertaker.
He killed Bret Hart.
He killed Bret Hart.
Look, for all of his issues and all of his problems, he is smart to one thing. Don't go to AEW. Like I give,
but he was going to go to AEW.
but see, here's the thing. He was going to go to AEW before he watched an episode. Then he watched an episode and was like, "Fuck that shit."
I don't think so.
So here's the thing. He saw Sting and he said, "Oh, he has an undefeated streak. This is going to be great. I can go in. I could be undefeated." And then Tony Khan said, "Hey, night one, I got this.
You're putting over Jack Perry."
Yeah, exactly.
No, he was going to put over Pockets. That's who. Tony
Yeah,
Khan.
he saw Isaiah Cassidy do his
my
fucking
God.
hands in the pockets with the kicks, and he said, "I'm losing to that. No, thank you. Get
Yeah.
out of here."
Yeah, I think that's probably what he originally was going to do. He was going to come in and do like and they really took care of Sting. AEW took care of Sting. Whether you like AEW, you don't like
Yeah,
AEW.
no, that
They
was
really
the perfect send off.
They really did him right. I don't know if it was a perfect send off because we got to watch Darby fall off a fucking ladder, and that's all I remember from that match.
hence why I said for him, because Darby took every fucking bump possible.
Is it possible?
Sting dove off some scaffolding and scaffolding, but stages and
We
through
saw him.
tables
We
and
saw
shit.
him at that one night. He dove. We were like, "Fucking Sting!"
Yeah,
Yeah.
a
do you
few
think
rows in
Sting-
front of us.
Do you think Sting's the one to push Darby in front of the bus?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
said,
I still say Darby
"If he
did
dies,
it
he
himself.
dies."
Cough and dropped it.
Yeah, he said that's real. That's real windshield.
Splat.
Anyway, so we're not interested in seeing Goldberg in the AEW.
I'm
No,
good.
I mean,
I was never interested in seeing Goldberg in AEW, but I think I like Goldberg's comment. He's like, I don't think I could ever get up and look at myself in the mirror knowing that I went there. Like, I loved that aspect to it. I thought it was like, again, think what you will about him. Again, I never really watched that much WCW growing up, so I really wasn't like, I know
that was Pete Goldberg.
Huh?
Pete Goldberg.
Yeah.
Sucking how this guy doesn't have COPD, I'll never understand. But sucking in fucking
Pyro.
fumes from the pyro and smashing his forehead off the fucking off the door before he came in. Giving Grado probably one of his best looking entrances.
I was
ever.
literally just thinking that. You
I
said
can't
smashing
even-
your head.
I
I thought of Grado immediately.
Can't even think about Goldberg without thinking about Grado anymore.
Fucking Madonna playing in the background.
God.
He's smashing.
Is a story. Everyone must stand up. I'm not gonna keep going because I'm getting
Leave.
the couple hairs I have on my
You're
arm.
gonna get us flagged.
Yeah, my ears are hurting out there.
Shut up, bitch. You'll be all right.
Time. Anyway,
Oh my god.
yeah, he was peak in WCW, but he did basically two moves. If you were too heavy, he dropped you on your fucking head for one of them. Honestly, best spear probably, I would imagine. Best spear, what do you think? Best spear
Of all time?
Yeah.
No.
Pretty fucking devastating. Pretty fucking devastating.
Braun Breaker has entered the chat. Braun Breaker Spear is fucking amazing.
Okay, all right, I'll give you Braun. He doesn't have enough time under his belt for.
I still like the fact that he fucking super kicked Bret Hart into a fucking stroke.
How did he even get his foot up that high?
Bret Hart was one of my favorites, like back in the day. So ending his career early just pissed me off.
Yeah.
I think Vince paid him after all that fucking bullshit. After Bret knocked the shit out of him in his office and spit on him. Anyway, we have not gotten a confirmation yet. We're pretty sure that Eric Rowan has signed with the WWE. I went to his wiki and it does say that he is a WWE present. So, but we haven't gotten any real details on that.
It's just been confirmed via numerous wrestling like dirt sheets. So that's the only reason why I believe it.
So when I pulled up news on Eric Rowan, I got nothing from 2022. The last thing I got was him being at WWE for Bray's thing that time. So also, we're excited about this. Does this mean he's going to be part of the Wyatt family?
I hope so. Yeah.
So
if not, who's he carrying a spider in a cage for?
Yeah.
Good question.
So I saw this the other day, and it really made me think about it. So you remember the first QR code when it scanned and it sent you to that weird link where like it overlapped and it was like UND. It was like all that stuff. It was like UNDEA 51A.
No.
So it was a QR code and it like overlapped and it sent you to this website and it played that original video. There's speculation online and like thoughts that QR right there spelled out everyone's first initial who's going to be in it. So U, Uncle Howdy.
Yep.
D for Dexter Loomis.
Yep.
E for Eric Rowan. N for Nikki Cross. And then it said 5 + 1 = 6. And then A for Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
So it's just a thought.
I never took calculus in school.
Hey, I'm here for it, and it would make sense because it's subliminal, right? They love these little fucking riddles. They love everything. Like, it would just add another layer to it. And when he debuts Saturday, after I'm done my match with Willie, I'll probably watch it. And then I'll get hyped again after coming out victorious once.
Back up. After you beat Willie.
That's what I said. After I come out there victorious.
Okay.
Whooping Willie's ass all over Harper's Ferry. Might take him in for a drink. Just send him in the fucking
take him down. There's a little pond. There's a little pond. Yeah, don't take him to a real place. That guy needs a drink straight out of the fucking Lake Chonakee or whatever the fuck that is.
Yep. Throw his ass right in there. Take him for a swim, and then I'll watch it. I'll see Uncle Howdy's debut. I'll get hyped. Might have a little bit of goosebumps. Call me The Rock. And then call it a day.
Gotcha. All right. Also, did you watch AEW?
I caught clips. At this point, just call me the Messiah. I'm out here calling shit left and right.
Okay. So you called Kenny's colostomy bag?
I did. Yeah, I did see it. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. It's gross. But
I watched most of it. Didn't get to watch it all. I actually missed the last right after Kenny talked about his sickle cell or whatever he's got.
Tuberculosis.
Diverticulitis, which is honestly
whatever.
When he was saying about it being fucking dangerous, he's right, bro. He is absolutely right. Because I know some dudes. We had a one in particular that is a referee for ATCW who got diverticulitis, and he had to get a bag for a while. So, and you just never know if you're gonna have to, if you'll get it reversed or not. So, I mean, you could see the emotion on Kenny's face. He was pretty worked up on it. But then it cut off. My TV cut off, so I didn't catch the last part of that or Collision. So We had Jericho. I think. All right, let's just go through one match in particular, and I can't remember what the other matches were. If you know, if you want to bring them up, we can chat about them if they come across. Chris Jericho's match, where Big Bill came in and interfered and put. I can't remember. Shibata, right? Put Shebang Bang through a table.
Brainless, as they call him over in Japan.
I got an epiphany. I feel like Taz is getting ready to come out of retirement for a short bit to fight Jericho. That's what it felt like. Taz is getting wound up. Taz is getting more wound up. You can hear him on commentary. He's getting mad about the FTW title.
Yeah.
What if they made the FTW title just a hardcore title for AEW and they stopped doing all the fucking chair shit and furnitures and
I would be down for
it's
it.
pretty much what it is anyway. It's just a hardcore title.
Well, yeah, no, I get that. But what if they just made because right now, every match you could go through a table, every match you could bleed, every match you could get hit with a chair, kendo stick, whatever. What if they just made this their hardcore title?
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I think it would
But if they do, they got to get all the hardcore shit out of the regular matches.
Well, right, and I agree. They definitely need some sort of agenting or whatever. Go ahead, Scotty.
I was going to say they need the agenting. The problem is they don't have it because it's like this is all out of the mind of Tony Khan. Every match has no rules, no like when was the last time we had an actual match contested on some kind of normal rules?
Samoa Joe.
There are no rules.
Yeah, there are no rules.
Yeah,
Samoa Joe wrestled last night.
No rules.
And Isaiah Cassidy got the Samoa Joe walk off.
Oh my God, terrible walk off too. That is a bad bump.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit who you are.
I never want to take that bump a day in my
Fuck
life.
that shit, bro.
Can never pay me.
Yeah.
Did Cassidy have the same look on his face as the other guy did?
No, this bump was to the outside. He jumped.
He did a flip over the top rope.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Running flip.
Yeah. on the
and fucking bounced. He said,
"Yeah." There's no. I don't give a shit what you put down. I mean, you could put those old school gym mats or whatever back when we were in school and stuff.
Yep.
That might help. But bro, he's basically
not by much.
Concrete.
I want to know whose fucking idea it was. I want to know if Isaiah Cassidy walked up to Samoa Joe and said, "I want to do this," or I just want to know who came up with the idea to do it.
Or is it that Cassidy was like, "Hey, I want to do this move." Joe's like, "All right, cool, you can do it," and then Joe's like,
"That's what it is. I want to do your walk off, Joe, but I don't want to do it like everybody else does it in the ring. I want to do something just a little different." I guarantee it was Isaiah Cassidy's. And Joe's like, "Fuck it, I'm not taking. I'm just gonna walk away."
Works for me.
He's got to do.
Yeah, works for me, brother. So
that works for me, brother.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
No way, it doesn't work for me either, man. I can't imagine. I would think if I was agenting or in the back of ATCW or whatever, and somebody said they wanted to do that, I would immediately tell them, "Please don't fucking do that."
Yep, exactly.
You might end up in the lap of fucking Deadpool and
that's
Suicide.
That's a Darby Allin move there, except he'd do it off of a ladder.
God.
He's already done it through a pane of glass and 4 chairs. Like he's done exactly that.
God. Anyway, I think Taz really wants this FTW title to be legitimate. I don't see. I mean, I guess they could put it back on Hook, but why not make this your hardcore? Why not give this to Jon Moxley? Just give it to him.
Okay, well, here's the thing, though, and this is what I don't understand. I still don't understand why Tony even brought this belt in to begin with.
You brought Taz in. You bring Taz in. You bring the belt in. You bring Hook in.
But here's the thing about it. Okay, when Taz wore the FTW belt, his character in ECW was pissed off and he was tired of never being given a shot at the world title, so he made himself his own freaking world champion, and like that's where the FTW belt came from. I can see them doing this to someone who, like Taz, getting behind somebody, being a manager to some guy, and being like, here, you know what? Like, you've had no opportunities. You are the best in this company today. You've had no opportunities at the world title. Here, let's make you the FTW champion. You go out and show them as the FTW champion that you are the better man, that you can hold the AEW World Heavyweight title. If they wanted to get somebody over, they should have done it like that, rather than, oh, we're just going to bring in this belt for the sake of bringing in this belt and make it the deal with the equivalent of the hardcore title. It doesn't do anybody any good to get that belt, to bring that belt in without using it to try to get somebody over the way Taz got himself over. I think it would have worked great if they had done it where Taz used it to get somebody else over. But why just make it the hardcore belt and then not, just, if you want a hardcore belt, just make a hardcore belt. Why did it have to be the FTW belt? Because
do we need another belt?
No, we do not need another belt. But that's what I'm saying, is they could have, instead of bringing the FTW belt, they could have just made the hardcore belt and been done with it. But
I don't know. I think that he wants a legitimate belt. I think this is the way to go. Just legitimize the belt that's already there, and just run with it.
Yeah,
just run with it.
I don't know.
So anyway, Kenny Omega comes out. I can't remember what other matches. What other matches do we have?
We had never mind. That was Collision, wasn't it?
Rampage.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that what it was, Rampage.
I was gonna say Sky Blue and Willow, but
yeah, we all saw that. Willow retains. Willow puts Sky Blue through a table. I guess that was for the FTW title.
Table with barbed wire.
Real barbed wire.
Yeah.
So apparently that spot, it took Sky Blue several minutes to get out of the barbed wire because she got wrapped up in it bad.
So it's not real barbed wire, but it wraps around her fucking hair, bro.
Yeah.
It wraps around her hair. That spot, and I posted a video of it. You can catch it on our Facebook page, YouTube page. Probably the most devastating chair shot I've ever seen.
I wish this would have happened before we went to WrestleCon, so I would have had something to ask her.
Yeah. Well, she wouldn't have been shaking hands because I know she's hurting today.
I don't know, man. That chair shot gives Hulk Hogan a run for his money.
Yeah. People were talking about that today, too. Sky Blue is beautiful. Fuck that chair shot. I'm not. If I'm Sky Blue, I'll take it on the rear end. But I'm not taking it off that moneymaker. Not a chance. Not a chance. So, anyway, Kenny Omega. What happened at the end of Kenny Omega's pooping speech?
Well, Okada came out and said he's now the bout machine or whatever. Basically trying to set up
the gout machine.
Maybe gout bout.
Gout. Okay.
So I think they're trying to set something up in the future once Kenny's cleared.
Gotcha.
But then Jack Perry jumps Kenny from behind, starts whipping him, and then Kenny gets back at him, creates some offense. Okada trips him up when he was getting ready to give Jack the V trigger, and then they beat the absolute tar out of Omega again, and then the Bucks come out. And they're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Of course, they each grab an arm and start to help him up. And then that's when you realize, or already saw coming, that he was getting the EVP trigger. So they laid him out. And then the medical officials were getting ready to load Kenny into an ambulance. And the Bucks had him in the back and said, I love you, Kenny, but this is business. And then they just dumped him right on the fucking concrete.
I love that the EVPs like say nice things and then say something nasty right after. Like, hey, what's Moxley's wife's name?
Renee.
Hey, Renee, you looking really nice today. You should smile more. Just shit like that. Just fucking absolutely kills me. I don't know that we're going to see Kenny Omega back in the ring anytime soon. Diverticulitis is a real badass thing. I don't know. It kept Brock out for a very long time. So, and Brock's a little bit. I don't know I don't know what the degrees of diverticulitis there is, but it's not a good thing. So I don't know if we're gonna see Kenny anytime soon. So
Oh shit, we forgot to mention that FTR ran the leadoff.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that. And then
What
they got
happened?
their asses. Yeah, FTR came out to try and save Kenny in the back, but they got
beat
whipped.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, they're going to get beat up until they renounce CM Punk.
Until
Yeah.
the contract runs out.
Yeah. 3 more years, right?
Like 5, I think.
Is that what it is?
They can probably always get a good lawyer to help them get an opt out early. So,
Stephen Binu.
yep.
Zebra Binu. 1 week after the scapegoat shows up, still relevant, still over.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He went to Japan and became a fucking promo monster. His promos now actually have me intrigued. Every time there's a promo of him, I'm like,
Yeah. Sometimes you need a little bit of a kick in the ass.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 week. I got another week to see if he stays over. Then Scotty's got to eat his hat.
Which hat?
What are we calling him? Yam bat. What are we calling
Yam,
him? Scotty?
Yam
Yam
Bigelow.
Bigelow.
Yam Bigelow. We could put Scotty's face with that flame tattoo on his head. Fucking into it.
Oh, God.
Fucking into it. Anyway, let's get into Backlash. 5 matches, Ricky. 5 matches for Backlash.
It's not a lot right now.
Yeah, well,
That's
all
all
that-
that's going to be, I believe.
that might
Yeah.
be it. I mean,
I think last year it was only like 5 or 6.
were they in France last year? Wee?
No, they were in Mexico or something because
Puerto Rico, because it was
Yeah,
Bad
Puerto Rico.
Bunny.
Oh, Bad Bunny.
It's Selena Vega getting whipped by mommy.
Yeah, and Selena was like so over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we got to see
She's
her
crying.
throw a flip flop.
Yep, a chonkla.
Do you have the matches, Ricky?
No.
Do you need me to pull them up?
Pull them up.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Jay and Damian Priest for the world title.
Okay. So you got Jay, Damian Priest for the world title. Yeah, go ahead and bring them up and we'll go through it. Jay, all right, Scotty, who you got? Jay and Damian Priest for the world title. Damian Priest, brand new champion. Jay, the number 1 draft pick to was it SmackDown?
Raw.
Raw? Who do we got there? Yam Yam?
It's like as much as Jay is over, like I don't think this is the time to take it off of Priest. And Priest has got a lot of good stuff going for him right now, and I think I think they need to use this title as if they're. I mean, I still don't think they should pull him out of Judgment Day. I still think they need to get rid of Finn and keep Rhea, Dom, and Priest in there, and just get rid of Finn and the little Funko Pop dude. But
JD McForehead.
yeah, JD McForehead now.
Yeah.
But
JD Super Bowl ring.
if they're going to do something with Priest to get him out of Judgment Day, the world title is the way to do it. So I say they keep it on Priest.
Okay, Ricky.
Priest is definitely winning this. He's not losing the belt yet. He's only had it for a month. Barely a month at this
Barely
point.
a month.
Yeah, barely a month.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not losing this match.
All right. Austin.
DP retains after Fatu gets involved and costs Jay the title.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like it. No yeet.
We'll see if your premonition comes true on this one.
Because this is going to set up. I don't know how long.
Let's keep in mind, though, Austin's had a lot of fucking misses. He's just gotten luckier lately. He's
Hey,
got
bro.
a lot of shit misses.
Hey, bro.
he's on a
Shoot or
heater.
shoot. We keep shooting.
He's on a heater.
Because this is going to set up Jimmy's return at some point. Because they already fucked up Jimmy. Now they got to fuck up Jay. And then Jimmy can come back and make the save at some point. So,
Yeah.
Uso's coming back soon.
Wait on.
Just depends on how bad Jimmy's hurt.
Okay. So Priest is going to be out of Judgment Day, and it's not because they're kicking him out. He's leaving Judgment Day. He's going to leave Judgment Day in the fucking dust. Like that group is without Rhea there. There's a lot of nonsense going on. Would it surprise me if, because of all the confusion going on all the time, with the Judgment Day now that they cost Damian Priest the fucking title? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. You could almost see that storyline wise how that would happen. Now,
I think it's too soon.
on the other hand, that's not fucking happening.
I agree with
Priest
Ricky.
is not losing this fucking title.
I agree with Ricky. It's just too soon. And yes, Jay's over, but after the fucking stinker he just had at WrestleMania, do not put this fucking belt on him.
No,
Yeah.
God no. God no.
I don't think
I forgot about
I mean,
that.
he
That's how
had
awesome
hell of matches with Roman though, but with his own fucking brother, it was just trash.
I don't think it was as much Jimmy as it was Jay. I think Jay is not. Jay's no yeet.
No.
Jay's definitely no yeet. Jimmy and Roman, different story. Jimmy and Sammy, different story. Jay though, I don't know. I don't feel Jay. I think Jay is the weaker of the group. And if anything, put these fucking guys back together at some point.
Yeah.
Yes, no, absolutely
Get the
agree.
Usos back together.
I think it will at some point because there's going to be probably your War Games match, the Bloodline versus the New Bloodline. Sammy, Jimmy, and Jay and Roman are going to go up against Solo, Fatu, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga, and possibly The Rock.
The cock.
I believe the
Final
Rock's not
boss.
going to be back for a while, but I mean, I could.
SummerSlam.
Think we'll be back at SummerSlam?
Yeah, I think
Go
he'll be back.
against Cody.
Yeah, I'm almost sure they'll be back by SummerSlam, and then they'll build to the War Games by Survivor Series. So I can definitely see that happening.
All right, what's our next match?
The Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill for the Women's Tag Team Championship. They're finally fucking having a match. Holy shit, these titles are being defended.
They have tag titles. When did that happen?
It's been a while. It's been a while since they've been defended.
Been
actually.
a while. Yeah, it's been like fucking 4 months because Asuka's been hurt since she got it.
That's all right. She'll get some time off after she gets fucking annihilated by Jade and Bianca because they're gonna walk out of there as new women's tag champs.
Now,
Ricky,
okay.
you're saying that we're getting new tag champs. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, here's my only issue with this. Okay, the
You
curse.
can always tell. Here we go. Scotty's got a little half shit eating grin on it. He's got a half Kenny Omega colostomy bag eating grin on his fucking face. He's about to hit us with some knowledge. Go
He's
ahead.
about to drop the pipe
Of
bomb.
course,
Drop the pipe bomb.
just like
Scotty,
Cornette.
can you sit cross? Can you sit like that? Like
Crisscross applesauce.
crisscross
No.
applesauce?
If I did
Drop
that,
the yam
It was-
bomb. Drop it.
Me neither, bro. Yam
I
bomb.
would not be able to get back up again if I did.
Drop the yam bomb. Let's go.
But now here's the interesting thing about the tag titles right now. Okay, Asuka's hurt. She just got them. A month or two ago. Every one of the women in every tag team that's gotten those belts has gotten hurt.
They've got it at the Royal Rumble, right? Well, that's when they
Yeah.
It was right before the Royal Rumble,
Right-
like that SmackDown, I think.
Yeah, and then she got hurt at the Royal Rumble, I think.
Yeah.
And she wasn't
So-
even in a match. She
Not hurt.
jumped off the apron and fucked up her knee.
So here and there's always been one woman in the tag team that has held those belts that have gotten hurt for whatever reason. So here's what I am, and again, I am seriously afraid of the curse of these belts because what I don't want to see is them go on Jade and Bianca, and then Jade gets hurt.
Shit,
Because-
Brian Hardy's at home right now screaming, "Fuck Bianca!
Yeah.
Fuck Bianca! Fuck Bianca!"
How do you
I mean,
hide
yeah.
how do you hide a bad wrestler? Put a belt on.
Bianca, I'm not, I'm not too like.
What do you mean by that, brother? What do you mean by that, brother?
Sorry for cussing.
What?
But
What do you mean by that, brother?
I agree that the tag titles are going to go on.
I don't get no belts.
Huh?
Go ahead, guy. Stop
We're
interrupting
just talking
the
shit.
Stop
My bad.
interrupting the yam.
Yam Bigelow, baby. Go ahead.
Yam Bigelow.
I think the tag titles are going to go on Bianca and Jade. I just pray to God Jade doesn't get hurt because it'd be so sad to see her go out this quickly after just getting there and, finally getting out in front of people and wrestling. So just pray to God the curse of those women's tag title belts does not hit Jade. If it hits Bianca, no worries on that one, but just don't let it hit Jade. So I'm picking Jade and Bianca.
Austin.
Yeah, Jade and Bianca, without a doubt. I mean,
Powerhouses.
Yep.
Has this storyline? I mean, I know they're probably going to put these belts on Jade and Bianca because it's two black women with the world title or tag titles. I understand the story.
It's the female version of Atlas and Rocky Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, I see what they're doing. I see exactly what they're doing. But there's been almost zero build, right? There's been zero build. The only build it's been is the Kabuki Warriors or Damage Control has fucked with Bianca for the last 6 months to a year. That's the only build.
That's been longer than that.
Well, either way, it's since Bailey, whenever Bailey came in, what was that? WrestleMania.
It was SummerSlam like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, wasn't it was it SummerSlam or WrestleMania when Bailey showed
That's
back
when she
up?
started. That's when she showed back up.
So, but Jade has zero skin in this game. Do we need Jade to have this title? Won't we just have Jade just like pump kick fucking Bianca in the mouth and just be done with it and start this feud?
Yeah, they're going to win the tag title first, and then once they finally run their course, then somebody's going to turn, and then that'll start the feud.
So if Kabuki Warriors is going to be out for a while, right? They're going to be out for a while. If they lose these titles, who steps up? Who's going to beat these two?
Fucking no one.
No one. Zero. There's no one. Caden Carter and the what are they called? The
Katana Chance.
The air gun twins. The t-shirt gun twins.
You got Dewdrop and Chelsea.
I mean, they don't want fucking Chelsea. Didn't Chelsea did she just win a belt on NXT?
What?
I thought I saw something about her winning a belt, unless she posted something. I gotta stop looking at her Twitter or her OnlyFans.
Her twatter.
So, anyway, yeah, I'm with you. Bianca Belair all the way. Ricky, we got.
I already said Bianca and Jade.
Next match, sir. Next match. Sorry.
Oh.
Next match is Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga.
Didn't I tell you they were going to form RKO?
I think you did. I think you're on your Austin shit.
The procrastinators. You guys are procrastinators. You guys can see the futures.
I like
nothing. Okay. Anyway, here you can see it in the eye of Rick.
The monocle. Helps me read Brian Hardy's book.
Your monocle. All right,
actually was a shot glass.
I'll go ahead and go here first. I don't think Orton and Owens win here because they need to make this bloodline strong. They need to make them strong like bull.
They already. Oh shit! God.
They already what?
They already had this match at a live event show the other night, except it wasn't.
Well, they do a lot of these matches at the live
event. KO. It was LA Knight, I believe, and Solo finally got his victory.
Holy shit, he finally beat him.
Not singles, though.
No, it was tag team, but still
victory. That don't count.
Jesus Christ, Jeremy Stone.
Thank you. Singles is where it's at. You can lose tag teams, triple threats all day long. Singles match, undefeated. Jeremy Stone, not Solo Sikoa. Let's move on. I think that we need to keep this new bloodline strong. We're going to have these guys go over one way or another.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree. I think it's going to be the new bloodline taking the win.
Yep.
And then Randy Orton gives Kevin Owens the meanest RKO of all time.
I don't think so. I think we need to get a KO turn eventually. No one's going to boo. No one's going to boo. Oh, you know what? They could lose this match because oh shit. What is his name? Logan Paul. Logan Paul shows up, hits him with the fucking hits him with the
brass
punch or whatever he fucking calls it. That's it.
I like it.
Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time they flew somebody halfway around the world just to pull a spot.
Right?
Biggest fucking hair of all time, AJ Styles.
I fucking love it.
Where do you think R-Truth is going to end up this time?
Oh, he probably is gonna Germany. He'll be over there with Gunther
Again.
Yeah, he'll be over there with Germany.
He'll end up in Australia this time.
Yeah, he actually goes to Australia properly this time.
Yeah.
He's over there fighting that spider.
Oh, jeez.
So, anyway.
That's who Eric Rowan's going to carry the spider for. Freaking R-Truth.
It'll be R-Truth's head in the cage.
Truth on the spider match.
Oh, jeez.
All right, we'll all take a bloodline here.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
All right, next match.
Next match is, let's see here. Whenever that one, we got the women's triple threat. Bailey, this is currently the champion, versus Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton.
Toodles.
Love it.
Who you got here, Scotty?
I'm taking Bailey again. This is too much of a feel good story for them not to keep the belt on Bailey, and there's no way they're going to take it off over this early. So
I can't wait to hear the chants in France for Bailey.
yeah,
Every time they go overseas, I pray to God Bailey's on the card.
They did it at Mania. It was at Mania too.
Yep.
It was great. It was great.
Bailey's
Scotty's taking Bailey. Ricky.
I think Bailey's retaining this. There's no reason to put it on Naomi. She's not that good, and too soon for Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Naomi's eating the pin though.
Oh
Yes.
I hope. I hope so. Who do you got here, Austin?
As much as I would love for it to be Tiffy time, it's just not time yet. So I'm gonna go with Bailey.
All right. I'm going with Bailey also. Bailey's grandma just passed away. Oh, what's up, Jay? Even more of a reason to if this was Vince, he'd be like, fuck your grandma. But even more of a reason. I think we get a Naomi turn here.
yeah.
Yes, I've been pushing for this Naomi turn for a while now, so I think we're gonna get a Naomi turn after she takes the pin. Bailey gives her a belly to back suplex or whatever, or Tiffany hits her with a kick or does the moonsault. Bailey gets the pin. That's gonna be it. Naomi over. New bloodline.
Yeah.
I like your thoughts. I like your thoughts.
Why's your finger brown?
Because it was Bailey. That's a stink finger. Go ahead.
And then
that's what it is.
to round it all off, we got the men's WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles.
Yeah. Oh, and that's not the same.
Doesn't quite hit the same.
Not the same thing. I like what they're doing here. I don't think it's been enough build, honestly. I don't think this is going to be the first match in their installment, this is going to be the first match in their installment here. So, I think AJ Styles is competitive here, but I don't think he beats Cody Rhodes. We've waited 2 years for Cody Rhodes to finish this story. Wouldn't that be some shit?
Yeah.
AI Dusty Rhodes shows up and distracts Cody.
Zombie Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes.
Zombie
The new tag team of Zombie Dusty Rhodes and Lou Thesz.
Do they do a
Seven shows up.
7? Oh my God.
What a stupid gimmick. Anyway, go ahead, Scotty.
Do they do a fucked finish here in order to kind of keep things going and make it, so that again they can keep this going? Like if you just beat AJ outright, like you would think you would have to, it just kind of kills the rest of the momentum. So there's got to be a DQ or some other kind of thing.
They're not DQing the championship here. I doubt it.
I think, I want to say the LA Knight and AJ Styles is not done yet. LA Knight's going to Grant
here you go. Here's LA
to give
Knight.
him his receipt.
Yep,
and
LA
cost him
Knight.
the match. And so Cody's going to win, and then we'll probably see a triple threat or something eventually, or maybe they'll just have another number one contender with Knight and Styles. I could see it being triple threat, though.
Yeah, you could see LA Knight showing up here.
For Crown Jewel. Yeah. Receipt.
LA Knight shows up and gets his get back. I'm gonna fucking die laughing.
Book it.
Receipt.
It's fucking happening. They're not. They're LA Knight is over there on press junkets of it anyway, so you know he's gonna be.
Here's the real question. It was I saw it on Twitter today. I don't know how true it is. Obviously, Twitter's Twitter.
Jay's saying they should have a street fight. Are you talking about LA Knight and AJ Styles? I think that'd be all right.
It's rumored. I saw it on Twitter. Obviously, Twitter's Twitter once again. John Cena's over in France.
Yep.
Where does he show up in all of this?
I think he just comes out and makes a personal appearance. He's not going to be wrestling. He's not going to be.
Maybe the Grayson Waller effect.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. It'd be funny.
Another Grayson Waller effect with John Cena. Perfect.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, Barry A-Town down under again.
Yeah, why are they not defending the titles?
Why are there no? Are there any tag title matches?
Just the women's.
Nope. Just the women's. Yeah.
Just the women's.
Oh, we forgot about Chad Gable and Sami Zayn.
Oh,
is that actually on there?
Chad and Sammy?
Is it actually? Because I only saw 5.
Really?
I didn't see Chad
One,
and Sammy.
two,
You would
three,
think that's going to be on there.
4, 5.
That'll be on SmackDown. Actually, no, it won't be. I don't think they're putting it on.
No U.S. title, no Intercontinental title.
Man.
No. They want these women's tag titles to finally change hands.
Yes, that's the big moment. That is the big moment of the night. That might main event.
But we still got SmackDown, so
yeah, we'll see.
Maybe one more match gets added.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to interrupt everything going on, but I do have some breaking news. All right,
Oh, shit.
It's something that we don't usually do.
Wait a minute, Scotty. Wait a minute.
But according to Brand,
through the eye of Scott, should be good, but probably not. Through the eye of Scotty, now's your chance.
1:30, I think. All right. According to Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics, new statement from Vince McMahon's attorney, Jessica T. Rosenberg, to WrestleNomics, following the news that John Laurinaitis is endorsing Vince McMahon's motion to compel arbitration. And this is her official statement. In January 2024, Ms. Grant, a 43-year-old with a law degree who is in love with Mr. McMahon and devastated at their breakup, filed an outrageous and false lawsuit to ruin Mr. McMahon's career and reputation. Now her false allegations are slowly unraveling. Today, Mr. Laurinaitis' attorney has confirmed his client will corroborate Vince McMahon's account and expose the lies within the complaint. Despite their intense efforts, Mrs. Grant's attorney will not be able to suppress the truth from coming out.
That couldn't have been any worsely timed. I promise.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to segue into. I mean, we should come out of Kenny Omega's story.
That's great.
To the pooping allegations. I don't know. But anyway, you know what? Would it surprise me that there's a woman out there that lies? Absolutely not. So, all right. So let's go ahead and just, I didn't want to get into it. But, all right.
It's awesome.
So Scotty, if this comes out and she's a liar, right? If she's a liar, and what happens with Vince?
He gets the shit on her head.
I like it.
I wonder if they do this a pay-per-view match in the ring, a shit on your head match. Whoever wins. I don't know. I mean, dude, like this. Here's the thing. All right, this is where I'm kind of a little PO'd right now.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Scotty.
Yeah, I know. I saw the picture, so.
Go ahead.
Here we are trying to have.
I can't even, man.
I need that.
This is gonna be where I'm just zoning off in the middle of work tonight. The picture's gonna pop up into my head. And I'm just gonna start laughing.
It's going on a shirt.
That better never go on a shirt. Anyways,
I thought it was poop. I really thought it was.
Yeah, I did too.
That's what I thought at first.
That's what I thought too. That's why I was like, well, they're laughing at this, so it has to be something about McMahon shit or somebody shitting on my head. Anyways, God. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, Laurinaitis. This is the thing that really. First, he comes out and says, "Oh, I'm a victim."
Time to say shit's hitting the fan.
Yeah, he was about to drop a fucking bomb.
Yeah, like he was. So here's my question: how much did Vince? I mean, Vince has got $2 billion right now due to the sale of all his stock, liquid, assets on him. So how much did he pay Laurinaitis off?
Diarrhea assets.
Yeah, diarrhea assets. How much did he pay Laurinaitis off to get him to flip and come over to his side? Because Laurinaitis said, "Oh, I'm a victim just as much as Miss Grant is." So now they're saying Laurinaitis is on theirs. Like, what the freaking heck is going on here? Like, and honestly, considering McMahon, like, again, we've heard weird stories about McMahon in the past. We know McMahon's proclivities just in general. Like, even if his proclivity.
Good word.
Huh?
That's a good word.
Yes. We've heard about his proclivities for the farting jokes and stuff like that. We know, like, he is a juvenile. So to me, again, until this is adjudicated in a court of law where we can find out all the facts, and the reason McMahon's going for arbitration is so that this gets out of the public eye, so nobody can find out about this. Which is why I pray to God, whatever happens, whether she's right, wrong, or indifferent, I want this to be a public trial. I want to see, like, if Vince can prove that he never shit on her head, great. I want to hear that evidence. If she can prove that he did, I want to fucking hear this evidence. Because I want to know what kind of a skeevy pervert McMahon really freaking was. So, now, I just, the Laurinaitis thing, like, rat leaving a sinking ship. That's all I can say about it. He's a rat leaving a sinking ship.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, I thought it was funny that Laurinaitis was getting ready to just spill the fucking tea. How much of that $2 billion did he hand Laurinaitis?
Oh, he handed probably half of it. Like, fucking hell. I don't know. This whole thing, I just, all I would say, like I said, English not wanting to work. All I can say is, one way or another, let's adjudicate this publicly. Let's hear the evidence from both sides. Let's let's make up our own minds who really did what to whom and why. I want to know. I really want to know the evidence on this. So that's all I'm going to say.
All right. Well, pizza cutter news. Pizza cutter news. All right, well, that's gonna. Hey, Jay Walker, where are you from? Jay said his not on till 6 o'clock where he's at. So
he says he's in England.
He's in England.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that would be right. Right, it's probably normal time there, right? So 1 o'clock here. More pay-per-views at 1 o'clock. Tony Khan. If you're gonna run them on Sunday, make them at 1 o'clock. You might as well, nobody's watching. You might as well run up against football. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's gonna do it here for Hardway Wrestling. We will be back on Tuesday. We'll have your Backlash review. Your Backlash review. All of our winners. Pretty sure this should be a clean sweep for most people. If you're paying attention, except for Scotty. Scotty just saw that I posted the picture.
Did you really?
Of course I did. Great picture. It needs edited just a little bit more, but I love it. I love it. So
look, man, it was quick. All right.
All right. Nikita Call It Off is in the chat. You got 10 seconds, buddy. What is Nikita Call It Off's joke of the day?
I can see Damien there just giggling. as he's typing this up.
He's trying to push his cat off the keyboard. Here we go. What's a
favorite wrestling move?
What's a chef's favorite wrestling move? I said Chiefs at the beginning. I'm such a tard. A chef's favorite wrestling move. I do not know.
It's got to be like a chop or something like that.
Yeah, chop, a cutter.
Chop celery.
Chop suey.
Good song.
A suplex.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Get this guy the hell out of here.
All right, that's going to do it here. We'll see you next time.
On the hard way.